So nerdy. I'm so corny.
Yeah. Ghost, we make him fly like a ghost. If you want talk on the game, the heater gon' turn into toast. If you pull out and we spliffed him, he was just doing a distance. Promise we ain't gon' miss him. His soul gon' fly when we lift him. Bye, good riddance. Why is this harm her feelings? To the top on a mission. I got a shot, take it with precision. You ain't up if you ain't down to get it. Fuck your vibe if you ain't vibing with us. No, no, no. Bye, bye, bye. Clock him out. He ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. You ain't gon' talk when the Glock is off. Headshot, knock him out. Get him, bye, good riddance. Sorry I had to do this. Sorry I'm being a nuisance. I just gotta get it. I'm Mary Jeans on my Louis V for the belt. 2 G's for the belt. Know the heater gon' make 'em out. Promise the heater gon' make 'em out. OD niggas know me. I just move along with the hand though.
Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. I know I'm not centered. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Even my damn. Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hey, Manita. Hi, JJ. How are you, Mama?
Hi, honey. I am good. Happy Easter to you.
Yes.
Happy Easter to
Thank you.
everybody in the chat and on replay.
Yes. Happy Easter to everyone who celebrates it. Anyone who doesn't celebrate Easter, happy Sunday. Yeah. So let me say hello really quick again, and then we will move on. Remember to move from top chat to live chat, as Mama T would tell us. Okay. Hey, Vera, how are you? Hey, Beth Idol, how are you, sweetie? Hey, Lady LC, how are you, Mama? JJ, Wanda Steves, hey, Mare, how are you? Mama T, Lola Lala, hey, sweetie pie. You forgot. Damn, I remembered to switch to live chat, but then forgot to unmute myself. Damn it, girl, damn it. Joe being Joe, hey, sweetie pie. Hey, Lady Godiva, thank you very much. This little girl hairstyle, but wait, whatever, we ain't gonna worry about that.
No, it's so cute.
Thank you. Okay, let me move.
I do it to my hair too. So, girls, we little girls together.
Yeah. So, hey, happy being me. Sorry, I went. Oh my God, I listen, Linda. Okay, I think I got everybody. I hope so. Listen, I noticed that Brittany was in the live last time. I'm so sorry, Brittany. I didn't see it till afterwards. She did ask if I mentioned the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yes. And she's like probably not even watching this, but in case you watch it, Brittany, yes, I was talking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation, which I actually really, really enjoy. I'm wearing it today. I think that may be one of my new favorites. I don't have that many foundations, and I really, really enjoy that one. So, yeah. So, okay. Sorry, is that I noticed her after, when I watched the replay to see the chat, and I saw her and I felt really bad. So, sorry about that. I hope I caught everyone. I think so. Okay. I think so. Oh, Caddy. Hi, Chula. Hey, J Fid. How are you, girl? Thank you for being here. Happy Easter, Caddy. Te quiero. I love you, Mama. Thank you for stopping by to say Happy Easter. I know you're with your family. And to everybody who is here, thank you. To everybody that's here that does celebrate Easter, I do appreciate you guys being here. I know Adele and I think Kirsten was doing the family thing. I get it. A lot of people are doing the family thing today, so I do appreciate you guys for being here. And the ones that couldn't be here, I totally understand. You're with family. Thank you if you're going to watch on the replay. I never really say that, but thank you to everybody that does watch on the replay. I do appreciate it. I do see comments from people and they're always like replay crew, and I appreciate that so much. So, okay. Sorry, excuse me. Before we start, after today, well, this evening, me and JJ will be trying some new content. This will still be a channel basically about life experience and all of that, but we want to venture out. Hey, Skippy, happy Easter, baby girl. How are you? But we do want to venture out and start doing reaction videos to reactors. There's a whole sector that call themselves reactors, and we do want to do some reaction. Hey, Sue Elliott, how are you? I hope that you're well. I hope that you're feeling good. Happy Easter, beautiful. So we do want to venture out into that. Hey, Jim Jules, my supermodel. How are you, baby girl? So yeah, so we will be talking about that, I guess, more towards the end of the live, but we will be incorporating that more because we don't have any personal affiliations with any of them, so it's less messy for us. Hi, my opinion, not yours, my beautiful girl. How are you? So we just want to do that. Okay. So tonight, listen, trigger warning, this whole live, right? We will be talking about miscarriages, fake pregnancies, a lot, like DV, SA, a lot of touchy subjects. So if any of those things are triggering for anyone, I understand. Hey, Nikki. Hey, MTT. How are you, beautiful ladies? Happy
Hey,
Easter.
Nikki.
So this whole live is a giant trigger warning. I'm going to be as sensitive as I can. I did, okay, so, all right. Last night, for those that may not know, even though I know it's all over the place, but last night I happened to be going to the restroom, and I don't know, by some miraculous chance, I was like, you know how you go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you're like, let me check my phone. I check my phone and I go straight to YouTube, check my notifications, and I saw that Boss Hog, formerly known as Roadhog, was live. Hey, the artsy nurse. Happy Easter, everybody. I saw that. Thank you, Vera. I saw that he was live, and I saw that he had done another live, but the live that I caught, it said, she wants me in prison or something. I automatically assumed that he was talking about somebody on YouTube. Hey, B, nice to see you. So I automatically assumed he was talking about somebody on online, on social media, you know, that some drama had popped off. And I started watching and my jaw hit the floor, right? I don't remember, I know I didn't catch it from the beginning. When I started watching, it was like 2:47 in the morning. It was really late. I was watching it, then I got a little emotional, all this stuff, all these feelings came up, right? I couldn't sleep the rest of the night. I woke up this morning, I was still feeling angry, a whole plethora of emotions. I did pre-record a video, which I uploaded to my Patreon. It was a venting video. Not everything. Hi, Angel Eyes. How are you, sweetie? Hey, Pat Wetzel, my beautiful girl. Happy Easter, beautiful. Not everything I want to bring to YouTube. And because I was upset and I was venting and sharing my feelings, I uploaded it to Patreon. And I did say on Patreon that I would be discussing it here tonight. So anybody who is a Patreon member, sorry if this seems redundant or like a repeat. I just wanted to share it there first. And I didn't want to ever come across as insensitive to anyone, but I am upset. We already knew, oh shit, wait, Nikki, what did you say? We already knew this fake pregnancy. No one was believing us except the other side. Okay, I'm gonna get. Hi, glazed and confused. How are you, sweetie
Yeah,
pie?
we're gonna touch on that, Nikki, because
Right.
it isn't a matter of believing or not believing. It was a
Yeah.
matter of not everybody is like married to someone that's almost like a lifetime movie, or not is a lifetime movie. We just choose not to speak on people's pregnancies was all. But otherwise, yeah,
Yeah.
there's really not defending or you know
No,
what I
because we
mean?
get
It's
it. We
just
get it. We get it,
yeah.
guys. And that's the thing, right? I feel like an ass. So last night, while I was watching Roadhog, Boss Hog, whatever, right? I I typed out some comments, some not so nice comments, guys. And that's not really who I am. I was just so angry. Like I felt like she played me OD. Like she played me. Not only me, but there's a reason why I feel like she played me. I'm going to get into that. But all of us, right? All of us, and regardless of how you feel about Boss Hog, y'all know I don't support him because shit went too far, right? And just the things that were said was just too much. And I should have cut it a long time ago. But I just felt like being an asshole doesn't make you like off limits to me because I'm an asshole. I know a lot of assholes. I have 9 brothers, 5 sons, like assholes. I was raised around assholes, you know. But then
That's a lot
when
of testosterone.
yeah, a lot. So I tend to think like a guy, and I don't mean that to sound misogynistic or sexist. But I do. I in a lot of ways, a lot of people would tell me you think like a dude, and I do. Okay, but not excusing it. But hey, B to you, hey, sweetie pie. But so and I apologize to everybody that was affected, that was targeted, that it took me until it took me to pull away, right? Anyway, okay. Um, oof. So I was really upset. I was really upset, and like I said, I was gonna comment all these comments, and then I deleted them, and then was gonna comment another comment, and then deleted it, and then when I saw him break down and cry, I just put prayer hands. I put prayer hands in the chat, and I bounced. Um, because then I thought about the kids. I thought about the kids. And that's what was getting me mad. Hey, Kirsten NZ. Hey, mama. That's what got me the most angry and the most upset was those kids that have been in this situation for a long time. And there's a lot, right, guys? We'll never know the truth of what happened or when, Boss Hog knew the truth or none of that. I'm not here to speculate about none of that. I've already done that, like been there, made stupid mistakes, right? Doing all of that. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to trip somebody when they're already like bent over on the floor. That's not my MO. That's not how I get down. I will never kick somebody when they're down. But I felt like this needed to be discussed because this is not okay. Doing this online diminishes and makes it worse for people. This is why people don't believe people. Things like this. This is why people question things that I was always brought up to never question. I was brought up, you don't question a woman's pregnancy. You don't. So when I defended it and was upset when people were questioning that, it's because that's how I was raised. Like, you don't question a woman about pregnancy. What the hell? And I thought, honestly, I'm so fucking naive that I thought there's no way she would lie about that. Like, wow, why would you? That you have to produce a baby, just all these things that seem to be common sense to me, I guess to some people are not common sense and are not rational thinking. And I have to stop thinking that everybody's well because they're not. They're not. Sorry, what did Pat Watson say? Thank you so much for talking about this. My heart is broken because the one is paying the price is his baby girl. I agree. The children are now separated from each other, and I'm just devastated. Many, many years ago, a baby was stolen from the hospital in my old city I lived. After that, maternity wards changed in Canada. Let me say something. In desperation, right? And I'm not accusing, I don't even know, Mrs. Roadhog, I'm going to keep calling her that, right? Hoggette, whatever, of having that thought process. But let's be honest. When you're in desperation and you're lying about something like this and you continue the lie for months and months and months and months and months, you're even pretending, showing pictures of a baby that's not yours, letting people hear babies crying or sounds of a baby that is not yours, that doesn't exist, is extreme. So why would it seem far-fetched for us to think that the next conclusion would be to try to get a baby, borrow a baby. Listen, okay, I'm not accusing her of doing that. I'm saying that people that have gone that far to those lengths, what is to stop someone from going that extra length? I don't know. Sorry, JJ, I'm overtaking. Can you talk? Because
No, overtaking. It's your stream, girl.
I
You can talk as
know,
much
but
as you
this
want.
shit got me so upset. I
Um,
was, oof, good. Hey, Jenny
yeah, no,
Lee.
no, no.
Hey,
And I
sweetie
agree.
pie.
I agree that yeah, this is like at first I had my jaw just dropped and like for the first time I think in my entire life because you usually don't hear these things in real life, at least I don't. They're like movie plots.
Right,
Anyway, for the first time like I was completely speechless without an opinion like what the what? Like I got questions. Who, what, when, where, when did people know this? How did it, you know what I mean? Because and you wonder and I know I'm probably going to have unpopular opinions. Like, hello, what else is new, right? Like, I'm
right,
not like
of
the most
course.
adored person on YouTube because I just kind of say it how it is, you know? And it isn't a matter of defending someone or not defending someone, but as you said, you know, it's those kids that suffer. And I think what broke my heart was hearing earlier him say that his daughter was treated like less than. And it almost feels gross to even say his daughter or any of their children, but he spoke about it and spoke about how she didn't get, you know, her Easter basket and
She took
that
her
just
Easter basket. She took
yeah,
it.
that just seems like some spiteful
The
bullshit. And I don't
fuck?
care whether you like Roadhog or you hate him, despise him. Look, we all know he's an asshole, right? Like, what if he's not? What if he was honestly just defending his wife? Granted, he's fucked up for defending some of her lies, no doubt, because he did lie clearly on a lot of things. But it always seemed like to kind of cover her bullshit. So I wonder, you know, because men don't exactly know. Like people are like, "Oh, he's got all these. How does he not know he's got these kids?" Well, he has a 13-year-old. I don't know if he was around when the 13-year-old was born, not born. You know, prenatal. It doesn't sound like he was married when she was born
Right,
necessarily. And
right,
then he's got this 4-year-old that doesn't have a mother, and he didn't have a relationship with the birth mother. She was some kind of, I don't know, sneaky link, whatever the case may be. But it's like, you know, does the guy really know about women's bodies and when they're supposed to have a child? I don't know. My husband doesn't have any biological kids, but I can guarantee you he probably couldn't tell me a damn thing about a woman's body other
right,
than one thing. You know, he doesn't know very much. So I
right.
just wonder, you know, what it's sad. The whole thing is sad. I don't know. Bringing it online is sad, but it doesn't seem like the dude has any friends. He said he doesn't have any friends, so maybe he just needed someone to talk to. I don't know. I know a lot of people would be mad for me saying that, but
Yeah. And we're not here. Hey, Heidi. Oh my God, it's so nice to see you. How are you, sweetie? Um, I get that. You know, people are still upset, right? But by the
yeah,
things that he's done, the people he's affected. I get that. I get that. But my heart can't help but ache for
right.
somebody when they're about to be divorced. The kids are his daughter got used to his wife. Has been with her since she was 1 years old. That
Right.
hurts my
And
heart. I'm
vice
sorry,
versa.
guys. Right.
And
And
vice
her
versa. The other
baby, right.
hers
And
doesn't know anybody but him. So as
right,
daddy. So,
right.
you
And so
know.
that's what I'm thinking about, guys. I'm not here to say, uh, you know, I'm not here for any of that shit. I'm here as a human being that hearing it, whether his tears were fake or not, I don't care anymore. I care about the kids. The kids are the main factor. And let me tell you something. I've made so many mistakes, guys. In my past, I did some grimy shit in my addiction. I did, guys. I did. And some of it I feel like karma has gotten me for, and some of it I still haven't received my karma, you know? And So I would never sit here and say, that's what he gets. I can't because I don't sit here with a halo on my head. So for me to do that would be fucked up when I've done some grimy shit myself, not excusing anything that he's done. So please don't misunderstand me, man. This really doesn't even mean anything about that shit. Okay? This, what was done. So let me get to my point. My point is, Mrs. Roadhall, right? Eve, I would go in her chat, you know, I would always ask. So I'm Puerto Rican, right? Who doesn't know that? In my culture, we say bendición. Everybody that's
Mhm.
older than us, even aunts, not even only grandmothers, bendición. And they say que Dios te bendiga. What that is you're asking to be blessed. You do this to anyone that's older than you, right? And they say, que Dios te bendiga, may God bless you. This is a thing that we do out of respect. So, Alex, bro. So I would always say to her, hello, I hope you and your belly are well, you and the, you know, your
Yeah,
baby bump
right.
are well. That is part of
Well
my
wishes.
culture. Well wishes, right? That's a part of my culture. We always do that. And no matter what was going on with them and all of this stuff, I still felt like there was a baby in her belly, and that's just part of who I am, right? She would DM me and I would say, hey, I hope you're, you know, small talk. Hey, I hope you're fine. I hope the family's good. I hope your baby bump's good. And one time, out of the blue, she sent me a sonogram. I had never questioned her pregnancy, had never mentioned about her pregnancy, like never. She sent me a sonogram, and when I saw the sonogram, I was like, oh, you know, beautiful, normal things that you say when somebody shows you a sonogram of their baby. And she said to me, in a week, I'm gonna have a video done of my sonogram. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. Not okay, good. I can't wait to see that. I want to see it. I never asked any of these questions. So she shared that with me. I never told anyone she shared that with me. It wasn't my business, right? You shared your pregnancy belly. And so I'm saying this, I'm sharing this to say that's why I feel manipulated. You kind of involved me in your fuckery, man. And now I feel like that was manipulation to have me defend you harder, because now I believe, okay, she's telling the truth. She doesn't want to show her belly out of like, she, you know, because it's her right. She doesn't have to show her belly. And
Right.
that's why I would defend her. Like, who the hell are we to tell a pregnant woman, show your belly, do this and this and that? I've
Yep.
always felt like it's a woman's right not to do that. So it played on my fucking morals, my values, my upbringing, my culture. It played on everything. And I defended her when I should have minded my fucking business. I should have mind, and that's why when we talk
Well,
about lessons we've learned on YouTube. Go ahead, JJ. What were you gonna say?
I didn't really see you as defending her. I saw you as, I mean, unless it was somewhere that I didn't see, because
No,
when
I
you
would
and
just
I
would
had
say, I
talked
would just
about
say,
it,
I'm sorry. I would just say in like in chats, like we need to stop. You know, we need not. It was never like I went on
questioning.
Twitter and went on a campaign, but
Right. And it
sorry,
was
guys.
just I didn't feel that it was my business to be questioning some lady's pregnancy. Like, especially in public, it was mean. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, yeah, she lied, but obviously that means she's seriously mentally ill. There's no doubt about that. You don't make up a lie like that and then keep it going, and your husband thinks he's getting a baby. Supposedly, allegedly, he thought he was going to have a baby, but you know, there's a lot of loss here. So, you know, divorces are never
a lot.
fun. There's not. He's losing out on a child that he's been helping to raise, the son, and the daughter that doesn't know, you know, him as anything other than daddy. And
Right.
then his daughter not knowing anything but Michelle as his wife. So,
Right.
I mean, as his daughter, I mean, Michelle, or mother, sorry.
As her
Michelle as
mother,
the
right?
mother, her
As
mother,
her
right?
mother.
You know, so yeah, duh, I can't, I have a thing with words today. So, I mean, that's my point is it really sucks for the kids. I don't understand the cops. I mean, what the fuck, Indiana? What the fuck? Like, how do you leave two people that one is saying that she's being choked or whatever, and then
Right.
goes to a hospital, and then and then she's able to come back in, and it's, oh, we're doing a safety plan, you sleep in this room, you sleep at what?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you ain't doing that shit in Florida. Let me tell you now, they will make you leave. You don't have nowhere to go, well, you better go sleep in your car somewhere far away from here, because you're not staying in the house. And so I don't know, God, what if something did happen? What if he was crazy and went off the
I
rails, or
agree.
she,
I
which
agree.
obviously is crazy. There's no doubt about it, right? Because we know she lied. It's just about how much did
Right.
he lie.
Right.
So he could have been all the way with it. I don't know. Who knows, right? We don't know.
And that's the thing that, so in a situation like that, I'm sorry, hi to everybody that came in. 50 Shades of Beach, Teresa, BB Loves Honey Tea, Wildflower Tea, Nikki, Angel Eyes, oh my God, Wanda Steves. I hope I said hi to everybody. If I didn't say hi to you, hi guys, I see you, sorry. But you're right, like, so if she goes to the hospital and she says that she was strangled, right? Again, guys, this whole live is trigger warning. Anybody coming in late, the whole live is trigger warning. Okay, we're talking about alleged things, DV, all this. Okay, please, if it's too much, if it's triggering, I understand you missing this one. And again, this is not to be a
Right.
moral authority, a judge, nothing. This is to speak because I'm upset. This is not something that should be done. This messes it up and this fucks it up for other people that may experience DV, SA, fertility problems. This is not okay, man. This is not okay. Anyway, and I'm gonna tell a story later, but what was I saying, JJ? Fuck, man, my brain is like really upset right now. I don't even remember what my fucking point was.
I don't know what your point was either. Something about the cops. The cops not
Oh, thank you.
separating
Right.
them.
Okay. Right. Thank you. So if she goes to the hospital and says that she was strangled, right, and then DIFUS or CPS Children's Services gets involved, why would first of all, and
Yeah.
not to question somebody dealing with DV because, or alleged DV, because people who deal with that deal with it in different ways. Why would she be allowed to enter the house? DIFUS came out, I don't know, DFS,
With the
whatever.
child. With
Right,
the child.
right.
Which is
And
like,
and
what?
she was allowed to sleep in the sunroom. If
Yeah.
she had
Yeah.
been strangled, why? You know that the situation is still volatile, right? This man is saying he just found out his baby is non-existent. Why would the authorities, children's services, the police authority, allow them to remain in the same household with such a volatile situation, still at its boiling point? They haven't had time to cool down. It's still at a very dangerous point, because the more you sit there and you think about it and you're like, oh, because I know I'm not even personally involved, right? I'm not involved. But I was sitting here since last night and I'm putting things together and I'm like, oh, so when I got a DM about this, that was manipulation. Oh, this is why she told me that. Oh, oh, oh. And I was getting pissed off. So imagine being somebody directly involved. Not to say that DV is ever warranted. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. But I'm saying two people that are angry, they should not be in close proximity to each other when the situation is still at a boiling point. They need to be separated. They need to be separated. So why wasn't that done? I don't understand, man. I don't understand that shit at all.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, and guys, don't take it as we are trying to stick up for him in any way. We're
No,
not.
hell no.
However, we are two people who can have compassion for the
Yes.
children, for a
Yes.
marriage ending.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that deserve to be divorced because they're both assholes. However, I can have compassion for a sad situation like that. And I would hope that everyone can understand and respect my opinion on that, because I don't see like throwing dirt on someone who is obviously already down. And
Yes.
I guess my questions are like, okay, a lot of men don't know about women's bodies, right? You're working, you're
True.
whatever, men don't
Guys,
know.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm sorry, but go ahead, JJ. Yeah. Go ahead.
But I guess like to me, it's, how does a person think that they can go on and get away with that? Like, how? Like, obviously, eventually you have to produce a baby. And it seemed like he
Exactly.
kept trying
Exactly.
to lie to cover up her lies,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
awful. You shouldn't have to do that with a spouse, by the way. But however, how do we know what he knew? Has she come out and said he knew, the entire time? And I mean, maybe I missed something, but has she denied that? Has she denied lying? Has she denied lying and he was in on it? I mean, was anything like that said? Because,
So
it's Easter, so I didn't watch every damn
no,
thing on
so
this. So
nothing like that was said when. Okay, so again, there's a couple of good questions. Let me answer them first, and then I'll get to it because I wasn't gonna say anything, but then Chicago said something, so now I could say something. She said,
okay.
yes, I have photos of a baby. I don't know whose kids this is. Me and Selfie realized they are two different babies. So
Yeah.
Chicago shared with me earlier today some photos that Mrs. Roadhog was sharing. I don't know who she shared them with. I know, whatever. I don't know how many people she shared them with. It was 3 different pictures of babies, okay? One of the babies looks like a boy in the hospital, blue little onesie, blue hat, blue blankets, blue everything. So it looks like the parents took a picture of their brand new baby boy in the hospital. The other one is of a baby all bundled up, still in the little, that little thing they put the babies in, like the little fucking plastic crib thing that the babies are in the hospital. That baby was swaddled in a blanket. And then the third was of a baby that was probably home with a pink onesie and all this stuff. Guys, I'm not a private eye. I'm not none of this. But looking at the pictures, I was like, these look like totally different babies. And now that we know there is no baby, whose fucking babies was she sending pictures of? How disrespectful and let me chill.
It's disgusting
Let
to
me chill.
even lie like that. And I guess that's
You're
why my
sending people
question,
other people's
like,
newborn babies pictures. Like, how
right?
violating is that?
Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And why though? If say, okay, my husband's in on
Ooh,
some damn scheme, I could never, let me just tell you, I could never, he could never. But if that were the case, I would probably be like, bitch, you knew the entire time. Why are you trying to tell people that I just lied? You're making this shit up. Like, and
right.
there's reports with the cops and everything. So how does a person not, I mean, I didn't hear it, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but how does she not tell like police officers, no, he knew this entire time. We were
She
doing it
didn't
as a
say that
skit for
well, during the
YouTube,
live, she
something,
didn't say anything like that. She was just saying she's having
right?
a panic attack. 50 Shades of Beach says, Selfie, what I don't understand is this. She was far in her pregnancy, so was the baby supposed to be buried? Again, this is speculation. This is what I saw in the live. So the information I'm giving is only of what was said in the live. I do not know how true this is. Okay, so before I say any of that, excuse me, Boss Hog, Road Hog, as we know him, said that in the last 48 hours, she admitted, because he started pressing her like, yo, we're going to the doctor on Friday. Like, that's enough. We went to the doctor, and she told him that she miscarried 3 months ago and that they did a DNC. So as far as, I'm not a nurse, the artsy nurses here maybe, hey, Stephen Crisco, maybe she can elaborate. But I thought that DNCs were done in the first trimester because after that you would have to give birth to a baby, and that would be a baby. Um, Again, I could be wrong. To my knowledge, DNCs, which are internal scrapings to make sure that there's nothing left inside of your uterus, inside of your uterine wall, is done in the first trimester when it's still fairly new, your pregnancy. I've never really heard of a DNC being done afterwards on a baby that would be almost, isn't that third trimester? Or right? So I don't know. I would ask a nurse, but
Third trimester is
you
actually
would need a
considered
death
if a baby, it
certificate
would
and
be a
stuff, right?
stillborn. You would have
Yeah,
to give birth to that baby because I know
exactly.
someone that did.
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, him just saying, 3 months ago, she said she lost it 3 months ago and it was a miscarriage. That's
Oh,
showing
okay.
to me
Sorry,
right
RTS.
there,
Sorry.
like, what do you mean a miscarriage? Like, I guess he's still believing her. I don't understand. Like maybe she was pregnant. It seems to me, okay, we'll go into this as just from what we've heard, right? This is only what we've heard, which is what, three lives, one of them 10 minutes, one of them 43 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case, whatever the minutes were, just from
Right.
three lives. He said it was 3 months ago that she says, 2 days ago, she told him that 3 months ago she lost the baby and it was a
Yes.
miscarriage.
Yes.
If he knows so much about babies and women's bodies, and then why wouldn't he say, she lied, she went to the hospital, she gave birth, whatever the case may be? I don't know. Like, why would he still be lying to us about it? About, wouldn't he say, would he be smart enough to say, the baby died 3 months ago in utero or whatever, and the baby's no more? I don't know. I could be just, I don't know. I'm a sucker with believing people. I get it. And I know
Me
it's not
too.
a
I'm the
popular
dumbest bitch,
opinion,
obviously.
but I feel like, damn, man, this dude, he seems like he don't know nothing about women's bodies and pregnancy and how they deliver and what's what. And she just told him it was a damn miscarriage 3 months ago. Bitch, you've been pregnant since last summer. That's not a miscarriage, honey.
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
miscarriage.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, I
I've
really
I've
don't
I've had a
go
miscarriage as
into
well, and I miscarried the
yep.
whole baby. I didn't need to have a DNC. So that's why the doctors determine if everything didn't come out, then they have to do that. But when I had
Yes,
a miscarriage, I
Jenny.
was very young and everything came out. So yeah. There was another
For your loss,
question.
Cindy.
Hi, Maddie Carol. There was another question. Damn it. I don't. Let me see if I can find it,
Well,
guys. I'm sorry. I
all
was
right, let
trying
me
to
go
see
with
it.
this one
Yes,
first.
please.
Jenny
Go ahead.
says, this is something that me and Cindy talked about earlier, a few other girls. Jenny says, I think she was pregnant and had a loss and wanted to keep him and kept it going. That's exactly what I said. I
Yeah,
said,
that's very
because,
plausible. That's very
yep,
plausible.
that's what I
Yes.
think, because she's still bothered by the fact that he wants to divorce her. So, girl, if you hate this dude so much, why are you, and if he put you through all this with pretending that you're pregnant, why are you so bothered by him wanting to get a divorce now?
Right.
It seemed like she does, and this is just conspiracy, allegedly, my theory,
Right.
that she was probably pregnant, lost the pregnancy, lost early on, and just kept going with it, thinking it would keep him, because he did say last year that he cheated on her and he
Yes.
admitted to that.
Yes.
So, and I've also heard, now take this with a grain of salt, because I don't know how true this is, although I heard this before he did his live in the early morning hours. But I had heard that he wanted another child. So I wonder if that's why she continued on with the whole lie and didn't tell him early on that she miscarried. I wonder.
Yeah.
That's just a wonder. It's just a thought.
Yeah.
And again, totally Lifetime movie. And in the Lifetime movie, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. The guy was in the military. The woman kept trying to have a baby, couldn't have one, wanted to divorce her. So
Yes.
she pretended that she was pregnant throughout the
Yes.
whole thing and then kidnapped a baby. And this was a
Yes.
true story.
Yes.
So it's crazy to think that this shit actually happens. Like, that is serious mental illness. And someone with that kind of mental illness, in my opinion, should not be in the care, custody, and control of her own children. That's just my opinion. Like, get help
And
first. Get the
yes.
intensive care that you need before trying to raise children or bring another child into the world. That's just my opinion anyway.
50 Shades said, I had a miscarriage. I was 4 months. I was right at the line. I had a DNC. If I was any further, it would have been a different scenario. And I'm so sorry for the loss of your baby, and anyone in here that has experienced any miscarriages. I am sincerely sorry for the loss of your baby. And there are some women that have phantom pregnancies where if you were recently pregnant and you miscarried, that I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist, but I don't know if you would subconsciously or consciously feel that you're still pregnant. I know that some people that lose limbs still have phantom limb syndrome where they still feel their arms or
Yep.
their legs moving. That is a possible scenario. Also, severe depression. There's so many things. I'm not diagnosing anyone, but I'm saying there's so many mitigating factors, but it doesn't excuse lying, first of all, to your spouse. Again, we don't know. And I saw Handsome Squidward, I think, said it. Hi, Handsome Squidward. Hey, Layla. I think, shoot, I'm sorry, guys. It's so many comments. Okay. It says, LOL, I feel like this is a fever dream. You're telling me he never questioned the fact that there was no child. This man never touched her belly. Get the fuck out of here. So I think I heard, I'm not sure if he said it or somebody, he wasn't allowed to touch the belly or something. I'm not sure how true that is as either. But I know some pregnant women don't like to be touched. I know that when I was bigger, well, never with my husband, but I didn't like people touching my belly and stuff. But my husband felt the belly because at night I would place my belly on his back and the baby would kick every time. Like, it's like my sons knew it was their dad's back. Every time I would touch his back, they would kick. I would move away, the baby would stop. I would physically touch his back, the baby would kick. So he knew there was a baby in there. But some men respect women's boundaries. I don't know if that's what happened. Some women don't like to be touched during pregnancy. Some men respect that because they're pregnant. So I don't know, guys. I can only speculate. I don't know. I'm not
We
here
don't know.
again,
We
right?
don't. And
I'm not here to say.
this is not, I mean, to say that it's out of the realm of possibility, like it can't be possible that he didn't know, is false, because it has happened. It has. Look it up. There are other cases where this same thing has happened. So it can happen. Do I necessarily believe him? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't follow them closely enough to know that. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know them behind the scenes. I have no idea what he knew. I really don't. I can only say that he seemed to choke up a lot whenever talking about the kids. And when he wasn't talking about the kids, he wasn't. So I can only think like the amount of loss. That's all I think as being
Yes.
compassionate. Like
Yes.
I can only think, all right, so he's losing a boy. I'm not sure how old the boy is, 7 or 8 or something like
Yes.
that. He's losing a 2 or 3-year-old girl. And then what if, I'm just saying, what if he really did think she was pregnant, or she was, and never told him the truth that she lost it? Then he lost that baby too. And that's a little, that's hard. I can't even imagine, because us as women, have a hard time with all the losses, right? But then to
Yeah.
find out the person that you're laying next to every day is scamming you so hard, that's scary. That's
And I
scary.
know, guys, that it's hard because he did say he lied to cover up for her. He defended her. So I know it's hard, right? When somebody has been lying for months, it's like, what else are they lying about? And again, right? I'm gullible, guys. I know I am. I know I am. A lot of this stuff I would have never believed was possible besides for a motion picture. I would have never, I do see the news. I'm not stupid. I do see the news where women steal babies, even commit homicide to cut a baby out of people. I do see that, but I always thought that was like extreme. I just could never fathom it happening and then happening in front of our eyes where someone would be that ballsy to lie. And that's the hardest part for me to understand. What was the end goal for her? What did she think she was going to say after 14 months, 18 months? At first, oh, I'm not showing the baby. I don't have to show anything. And again, if that played on my emotions, like, word, you ain't gonna tell me what I have to show. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do shit. So that is what I felt for her as well. And I was able to be deceived because I was like, word, don't tell a woman they have to do this, they have to do that. And I allowed my emotions to take over my logic because I did have questions, guys. Privately, I would think to myself, like, this is a little, and I felt like shit for even thinking that, for even having that thought in my head. I felt like utter shit. Like, Cindy, how can you
Right.
even question this? And I felt like shit, guys, that I even entertained that thought in my head that she was lying, that this was like, it's fucked up, man. And Wildflower
Right.
says, well, it's one thing to lie about something and another to go to these desperate measures. I'm sorry. This whole thing is so sad and just awful. And then Angel Eyes said, can we ask what baby did Sunshinery see? I don't know. I just know I saw some pictures. So I'm assuming that that's
Yeah, it could
what
be
she
the
saw.
pictures, It could be. Listen,
Pictures.
guys, you gotta understand, like I've said, and me and Cindy have said in other chats before, and Cindy, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There is a woman who has lied about a pregnancy on YouTube. She had a whole
Yep.
baby shower and
Yep.
everything. And
Yep.
now people are suspecting that so that way she's not arrested for fraud, that she's just playing like baby sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
So it does happen, is all I'm saying. It does happen. And this particular person just lost custody of her 3 kids because she's obviously not mentally well. It happens. So I mean, that's all I could say is it isn't something that I haven't seen before on YouTube. It's crazy, but I've seen it.
Right. And I was just gonna say something, but B said, I asked him, he said she was due last week. I also said if baby was born silently born at 24 months, then there would be a birth and death certificate. Those are public records. Why not look for
Yeah.
them? And honestly, these are all great questions. And I don't know the answers to these questions, guys. I just know. So I'm going to tell you a quick story, okay? And this is the truth. I just feel for the babies. That's what I can't exactly. That's what I can't
Yeah.
wrap my mind around. I can't. Um.
Yeah.
Okay. So there. I'll read more comments, guys. Just if you have any questions, just wait till I'm done, and because then I don't want to miss them, and I'm missing great comments. So
I'm
my
looking.
okay,
I'm
great.
watching.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
I have 9 brothers, as I've said. One of my brothers thought he couldn't have kids. He thought he couldn't have children. And he had been with a girl, ratchet ass girl. I'm ratchet, but no. I'm not ratchet. I'm whatever. I'm ghetto, but I'm not ratchet. Anyway, okay. She was ratchet as hell. Like, My other brother got married. This chick came to the wedding with a one fucking piece short, poom poom short jean set with a do rag on to a wedding. Like the fuck, girl. Anyway, so that just to explain when I say ratchet, that's what I mean. Anyway, so her and my brother ended up breaking up. She got pregnant, right? She told my brother he was the father. My brother didn't believe it, whatever. She gave birth. She was, like ripping my brother to shreds on social media. Deadbeat dad everywhere. Ah, you piece of shit. You're a deadbeat on IG, on Facebook. And my brother kept saying, I don't, that baby ain't mine. The baby was born, and my brother has blue eyes, blonde hair. Like, okay. The baby was born, and the baby's mother is a little darker skinned than me, curly hair. The baby didn't have any features of my brother. Again, that's not a determining factor because, right, there's all kinds of colors in my family. But my brother kept saying, I don't believe that's baby's mine. She dragged my brother for about 2 years. My brother kept wanting to get a DNA test. She kept bull crapping about it. Finally, they got a DNA test. The baby wasn't my brother's. My brother didn't know any better before that, right? When she was pregnant, some guys just don't know. And I don't know if this is applicable to Roadhog. I don't know. But I know that I have a lot of brothers that didn't know certain things. They wouldn't know what to expect from a pregnancy. They wouldn't know any of these things. They don't know how a woman's body works, the menstrual cycle, all of this stuff. They don't know all of these things. It was thankfully because he had females in his life that were like, hey, this sounds a little sus. This sounds a little sus. You need to get a, paternity test. He had my stepmom, who is my mom. He had, that was like, do this. You need to get a paternity test. So I say this to say that there are people, I'm trying not to say women because I don't want to sound sexist, but there are women that do this shit to keep a man, get a man. These are things that happen. Like JJ said, that reactor sector, there's a woman that has just done this. It's happening as we speak.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I've watched it from the beginning.
I saw a video 3 days ago where she's continuing on. This girl made a reaction video because this woman is showing baby's feet and the baby's feet. And she's like, oh, mommy's baby. And the girl is like, hey, is this her baby? Or is this, trying to find other explanations. So there are women that are pretending to have babies and all this stuff. And I just don't understand why, guys. I don't understand why. I don't get it. Listen. Ain't no way in the world. Listen, if a man don't want to be kept, you cannot keep him. Please understand that. If a man does not want to be kept, a baby is not going to keep a man. What a baby will do to an already strenuous situation is make it more stressful. Trust and believe that. Babies are cute and all that, but waking up in the middle of the night, sleep deprivation, being broke, having to buy diapers, formula, that doesn't add bliss to a relationship. That adds stress to a relationship. Go ahead. There was a time back in November-ish when Mrs. Roadhog was talking about being in pain, keeping her feet up, and being high risk. That's when I think if she was prego, she ended it in I could be wrong. I remember that as well. And then I remember her saying that they were going to induce her in November. And then a few months later saying she was due in March. If you were due in March, how the hell were they going to induce you in November? There's no way. They would try to keep you pregnant and give you medication to stop your labor because that is too early and that's such a high risk. Baby's lungs are not developed. So that was another red flag. But I was like, maybe, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, guys, please. But I thought maybe she just didn't have the mental capacity to understand the difference. Honestly, that's how I thought about it. But now I see it was just lies. It was just lies.
Yeah, that's so sad. Like, what does it You have to be
Yes, Jenny Lee, yes.
seriously desperate to be pretending that you're pregnant. And what are you desperate for? Because if you have a miscarriage, it is
Yep.
earlier in the pregnancy. Otherwise, it's just considered a stillborn, and that's just a fact. So, what the fuck happened? And he
Yeah.
doesn't seem to know either. And if he is telling the truth, she owes him at least some sort of explanation, something, because look, all right, let's be honest here. Roadhog, boss hog, and this is not to kick him while he's down. Trust me, that's the last thing I want to do. But he's not the brightest bulb, right? So maybe, and I know everybody's stuck on, and I know that this is an unpopular opinion, maybe he really did believe she was pregnant. Just the things that he says, it doesn't seem like, it's almost like he believed whatever she said. And granted,
Yeah.
he lied, because he lied about the fact that she already had the baby, and the crazy circumstances at home, which told me right away, okay, there's no damn baby, right? Like, I think a lot of people knew that prior. I just wasn't willing to say those words out of my mouth until I really felt for sure, because who wants to be going around like, bitch, you ain't pregnant, you're not pregnant, stop lying, I mean, that's crazy.
Right.
And who wants to believe that about their spouse? I don't think anybody wants to believe that. Miss Angel Eyes, I'm not handling it with kitty gloves at all. I am talking about the situation and how I feel, and those are just my opinions. I can't prove whether he knew or didn't know. So I'm not willing to like bury the guy 6 feet under and keep like throwing dirt on him. We all know like he's been an asshole, right? He's done a lot of horrible things. I'm not going to deny that. And he's not a good dude. Like, I wouldn't want to hang with him, I'm like, no. But I'm not willing to say out of my mouth that he had to know. Not when all these other men, if you look up the stories, didn't know. This is not some like new revelation. They're the first people in the world to ever have this happen. This has happened before. So I'm just not willing to say he knew or didn't know. That's all. I'm just not willing to label it like that.
Yeah, I know I was manipulated. I know I was. I just don't know why. Why put me in that shit? Like, send me that. I just don't get it. Don't get it.
Yeah, he does owe a lot of people an apology, and he started from what I heard last night, but I don't know what kind of apology you can do that's going to make up for the things that he's done. I think that he just needs to maybe lay off online, find a friend that he can talk to and not do this shit online. Although her bullshit of domestic violence, again, trigger warning, like we trigger warning this whole damn chat, right? That is frustrating, guys. If you have a son, you should be infuriated by that. You should be.
I am.
Like I have a son. Like some woman that's trying to get you out of the house and goes to the hospital 2 times, calls the cops on you 3 times in one day. They don't arrest him, right? Like they need some evidence. But what I did see, now granted she wasn't on camera long, but what I did see was him with a swollen eye and a cut on the side of it. I saw that.
Right.
So I can only comment on what we see and little theories that I have, but that, like I said, a grain of salt doesn't mean they're true.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what are you talking about? You owe, but I don't owe anybody an apology. I don't.
Hi, Tina Corey. What happened? What's going on? What am I missing?
Oh, speaking of Lady Godiva, okay. Lady Godiva, I know nothing about that at all, but you owe all black people an apology for using that word. Just my opinion. We good, honey boo boo. Okay, well, yeah, nobody should be using any racial words or stereotypes. Absolutely not.
Yes. And I'm not giving nobody a pass, guys. This is not what this is.
No,
This is not a redemption arc for anybody, guys. Please.
no,
That's not what
nope,
this is. I'm not up here
nope.
like, I'm not doing that. I'm just
No,
talking
hell
about
no.
this because this is not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. And that's what I wanted to speak about. As a woman, it's not okay to manipulate anyone, people close to you, your family. What also bothers me is AZ got so much shit, right, for bringing the sister-in-law on panel, right? Mrs. Roadhog opened that door when she called her brother on a live to try to have him back her story, which now I know is a story, right? Back then, I saw it as, damn, she's really, she's telling the truth. She's trying to get. I'm a fucking idiot, man. I'm an idiot. She called her brother and he's like, huh? I got real life things. She calls her son, her grown son, on a
Yeah,
live, and he sounded clueless. And I could tell that it was a nervous laugh. She laughed afterwards, and I'm thinking, I'm still giving her the benefit of the doubt, and now it just all adds up. And I hate the way I'm feeling right now because I never want to question someone that way. That's not how I
right.
was raised. There's certain things you just don't do. It's disrespectful. It's like my grandmother would have beat the crap out of me for questioning certain things like this. And now, sadly, you have to question these things because people just lying.
Well, but
Saying,
that's so
hey,
sad. I don't
dreamer.
think I
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna change. I don't think I'm gonna change myself in wanting to believe that people would not lie about such things, because I think that there is a very, very minute percentage that would. So I don't see myself like every time someone tells me they're pregnant being like, yeah, huh? Like side eyeing it. Yeah, bitch, you better, like, I want to go to a doctor appointment with you. No, that's not, that is not anything that I'm going to do. That's not my personality. I never commented on her pregnancy because I thought it was wrong to do so. I
So
didn't
did
know
I.
for
So did
sure.
I.
You always want to believe the best in people. And I think there are a lot of people that are like, what the fuck? But we are not the guilty ones. She's the fucking guilty one. Bitch, you're lying about a whole ass pregnancy. We saw you over and over again lie, and it was your body. So when it's your body, you know if you're pregnant or not pregnant. So, and got on camera and talking about, oh, and this one's going to preschool, and then I'm just going to have baby. And, I don't know. It's all crazy.
And I agree. We all, this entire fiasco is fascinating. I've kept no track of. Listen, count your blessings, Heidi. Count your blessings. Hi, Crisis. How are you, sweetie pie? But count your blessings. Oof. It's a lot, and it's devastating. Manipulating and really messing with someone's perceptions is so much. I agree. I agree to have me rethinking my whole way of thinking, right? It's messing with me. And again, guys, I know it's not about me, guys, but us, right? So many people have been affected by this, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And I keep going back to the kids. That 4-year-old little girl that was without a Easter basket. And in the grand scheme of things, I know that that's something that's minute, but think about it. This little girl has had her life uprooted in an instant, overnight. Her mom just broke out. No explanation, no understanding as to where's mommy? Why are my siblings not here? And it's just me and daddy here. These are devastating things. They've had their lives uprooted in one instant. Now they have to decide who's going to live where. We have to separate everything. This is a life-altering thing, but the kids don't understand it. And the kids are uprooted. I was a kid that was uprooted all the time. Moved here, moved there, had no choice. This is why we have to be very careful when we get into relationships with people. Do not take your kids around everybody you date, bro. Do not meet somebody and move in with somebody. Your children, you should date somebody before, and for a long time before they meet your children. It's not
Yeah.
only unhealthy,
No, don't do it, man. I
dangerous.
didn't do it.
It's
I wouldn't
dangerous.
let my husband meet my kids for a long ass time. I mean, long. And I even told him, if you are not good with my kids, no matter how long we've been dating, I mean, it was months. It was probably 7, 8 months. And I was his friend prior to that. So I knew him pretty well, but I wasn't about to introduce him to my two babies until I was positive about his character. And even then you still have to watch, right? Like, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit crazy when it comes to my kids, and really I did. And he says the same thing, and he respected me for doing so. And now, I
Right.
mean, my kids adore him. They don't remember him not being there, so thank goodness. But yeah, I mean, I just am not willing to. I know people want to say, "Aren't you mad? Aren't you this? Aren't you that?"
I
Of
am.
course, of course, yeah, for sure. I have a son. I would never want my son to be put in such a position. But at the same time, am I gonna like string him up? And I mean, we don't know. Look, he could be an asshole, did really shitty things, be a fucked up person, did terrible things to people online. And guess what? He could have not known about the lie.
Two things
Two
can be true at the
things
same
can be
time. Yes,
exactly,
I
exactly.
agree.
And that's
I
all I
agree.
am saying, is that
I agree.
two people or two things can be true. And when it comes to loss, it breaks my heart for anybody that might be
I agree. And
losing.
we don't know, guys. We're not sitting here saying he knew, he didn't know. We can't say that. We can't say that. That's not what we're here to say. I'm just
No.
pissed that this happened and that these children are left holding the bag of this situation. That is what gets forgotten when people do things like this. Like, she wasn't thinking about the children. Nobody was thinking about these babies. And I know, as a mom that has had a miscarriage, that is devastating. But so many times we think about the mother, we don't think about the men. They are suffering a loss as well. They are suffering a loss as well. Fathers are seen as second class citizens so much in this society. And I hate that, because, again, I am a mother of all sons. I have 9 brothers. I see men, and my father was one of the best fathers in the fucking world. I have one of the best fathers. My father is an amazing father. My father is a superhero in my eyes. And I know how much my father cared and how much we meant to my father. And my father was also seen as a second class citizen when it came to the court system and all this stuff. I see it all the time. And men, parents, deserve the same amount of respect as women do. They grieve a loss. They deal with it as much as we do. Not talking for him particularly, because I don't know, but I'm saying in general, that hurts me.
Right, exactly, Wildflower. You put it exactly what we are saying.
See,
No
Nicole,
one knows.
sorry, good. What did she say?
Wildflower says, no one knows the facts here. There is so much we don't know. What I do know is Mrs. Hogg was foul for this. That's what I know. That's all we all know. And we do know that he covered up some bullshit with saying she had a birth at home because he said that she kept telling him that it was put off. And like, put off, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a human child. Like, that's not put off. Maybe a week, 2 at the very most. My little sister is blind because they put it off 2 weeks. So yeah, and that was the exact reason why. But I don't know. I'm just not willing to say he for sure knew. He's a dick, no doubt, right? But did he know or
Right.
not? No, I have no idea. None. So I'm not willing to put that on him that he didn't know. I'm
Yeah,
just not.
yeah.
I think he
And good
I
night,
think he
Kirsten. Love
loved it.
you. Sorry, go ahead,
Yes,
JJ. I'm
good
sorry.
night. I think he was sticking up for his wife. which is commendable. However, he lied to cover her lies, which is not cool. Not cool
JJ
at all.
didn't donate to the baby fund. She didn't.
Exactly.
She
I
didn't.
didn't. I
She
didn't
didn't.
donate
She
a
was a
damn
member, I think,
thing.
for 1 month, months and months and
One
months ago.
month, it was like a
Yeah,
couple bucks or something.
yeah.
It was 1 month, but like a few days into me being a member, I'm like, oh hell no, cancel. I try to support people that I think that are doing the right thing, but he proved to not be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But she
I
didn't
but I
donate.
what
She
I
didn't donate. She didn't
no,
donate, guys.
I didn't donate a damn thing to the. And from what I understood, she
She only
just said she
donates to
didn't
me.
want.
Don't get it twisted, all right? I am the
Exactly.
sugar baby in this scenario.
Yep.
Don't forget that.
Cindy would be highly,
Don't be taking my
highly.
money. Don't be taking my money. Joking. I'm fucking joking. I don't even know why I gotta say that. I'm joking, guys. Sorry. This is one big joke. And I heard this is one big joke said you're changing your name back, that you had changed your name because you didn't want to be associated with her chat. And wow, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. And I'm sorry about that. And I know what you're saying. Trust me, I know what you're saying. But I'm glad that you'll be able to change your name back. You don't deserve to be attacked at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Everybody should be able to. Girl, Miss Angel Eyes, chick,
What
really? Like,
happened?
I didn't donate a damn thing. I know. Well, Miss Angel, let me just say this right now, okay? Miss Angel Eyes, I don't play around. I tell the absolute honest truth. I'm pretty sure I know who you are. You are a
Exactly,
stock
Skippy.
account, and it's all good. I'm going to play along with your game, though. Let's play. It's fun. You can ask me as many questions as you want. Kimberly Roddyman, JJ, sorry that happened this morning. It's all good, Kimberly. I
Hey,
don't care.
Kimberly Roddy, mom.
It doesn't hurt my feelings one bit. It really
It
doesn't.
hurt mine. It hurt mine. I was like, damn, girl, damn. Shots fired. I felt that shit in my chest.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't. I was laughing at it. I'm like, dude, you're such a fucking crybaby. Like, get over it, dude. Like, it was like over a year ago, you fucking crybaby.
oh my God, that's so
Lord
right.
help me.
Tina Corey said, and the prospective grandparents have to deal with this too. How will they be able to answer the
Yeah,
questions they will face? Right? It affects
right,
everyone. Now it affects that son in the Navy. He's been right involved in this. Now he gonna be like, where my sister at? Where my sister at? Like, it's just really
right.
bad. Good night, Wanda Steves. Good night, Mama.
Good
It's
night,
really
Wanda.
bad.
Yeah.
Sweetie, listen to
I
me. Listen to me. This is one big joke. Never, ever be embarrassed. I would never judge you ever, ever. So please,
no, no,
you
no,
can
no.
always talk to me. You can feel free to come to me as you are. Trust me, I know, girl. You're preaching to the choir, girl. You're preaching. This is why I'm so fucking furious. This is not okay to do this shit to anybody. This is not okay to come up here and lie and lie and lie and pull at people's heartstrings and pull at people's wallets. As much as people love to say Cindy's a grifter, no, the fuck I'm not. I would never, ever take advantage of anyone's kindness to try to get in their pockets, bro. It's fucked up. And her taking the fucking baby's Easter basket, that put the fucking cherry on top for me. Like, what the actual fuck, lady? What the actual fuck? You gave no fucks about that little 4-year-old that is grieving, gonna grieve the loss of their mom now. And you took her Easter basket to add insult to injury, you selfish bitch, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that baby. She didn't deserve that. At 4 years old, you should be,
Mm,
like at my mom's earlier this morning, she does like, it's so funny because even my kids that are 20 and my son will be 23 next month get an egg hunt. Only their egg hunt has money in it. The younger grandkids, they get all the candy and all the fun things. That baby should have been doing an egg hunt with her sister and brother, and she should have had a basket there. So to take that basket just to be spiteful is a
yes.
whole level of fucked up. Like, wow, wow,
Grimy,
girl.
grimy.
Yeah.
And Kimberly, yes, the spray came. I showed it. JJ, I showed it in the boxy JJ, right? When I did an unboxing, Kimberly Roddy Mom, thank you. I love the spray. Actually, I used it. It's amazing. So I'm gonna show it again on Tuesday because it is like one of my favorite hair products too. So thank you, Kimberly Roddy Mom, my unicorn princess. Yes, I love it. I love it so much. B, good night. Good night to you as well. Yeah. Guys, let's each respect each other's space here. We don't have to
Yes,
agree.
please.
Let's just
I
respect each other.
we know it's a hot topic,
We
but
get it.
and
We get it.
everybody
Trust me.
has the right to feel. If you feel he knew 100% he was all in it, yo, I respect your opinion. I get it. I
Definitely.
get it.
Definitely.
This is
We
a
respect your opinion.
very sick situation, and we
Yeah.
only know what we're presented with. We don't know the whole behind the
Exactly,
scenes. And
guys.
like I said,
Exactly.
you know, old dude don't seem like he knows much about a woman's body or pregnancy or any of that. So I just don't know. And I'm not willing to just continue to throw dirt, I can't do it. And people could say that I'm being, I don't know, like I'm still hoodwinked or whatever the case may be. No, no. As a matter of fact, I thought in the very beginning, now go back to the beginning, right? Like we thought it was all him, and then Mrs.
Yeah.
Roadhog did her channel, and then she started to show her damn true colors. But in the beginning, I'm like,
Ooh.
girl, get out of this marriage. But now you see what you see, and it's like, you are fucked up. You're fucked up. How do you take a 4-year-old's Easter basket? I don't
Yeah,
care who
that's
you
fucked.
are.
That's
How?
fucked.
How?
Yeah.
I'm stuck on the Easter basket.
Oh, me too. And that
Why?
just seems petty,
You
but
know?
that shit to me is so messed up. This little girl is already gonna have to deal with so much. Where's mom at? Where's mom? Where's little sis? Where's brother? You know what I mean? Like, and I know that's not how you say it. I know that grammar's wrong, but I'm not gonna say the kids' names. Like, where's my siblings? Where's mom? Where's my damn chocolate
Yeah.
bunny? Like, a chocolate bunny will help a little kid that's thinking about where their mom is. I know that sounds stupid, but to a 4-year-old
Right. No,
kid,
but it does, right?
but
Because
to a
the Easter
4-year-old
Bunny
kid, it's
came.
something. It's not right, guys. It's fucked
I'm
up. It's fucked
sorry,
up.
but if you could be mad at me all you want, but I feel compassion for a situation where a man is having to bake with his daughter to make up for her not having an Easter basket. I'm sorry.
Fucked
Like,
up.
little kids deserve Santa Claus. They deserve to believe in the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, and to think that 4-year-old thinks the Easter Bunny forgot her in some way. You know what? Kill me. My heart breaks. Okay.
Yeah,
Come for me, because I feel compassion for that.
right. And Callie, hi
Right?
Callie,
It's
welcome,
hurtful.
sweetie. Thank you, Callie, for being here. Sorry, my eyes. JJ, could you see the question on the screen? I can't because my eyes are watering now.
Which one? For who? From who?
Callie Caras. I hope I said that right.
Let me look it up.
I got it. I'm fairly new here and I had a question. Why or when did people start questioning if she was really pregnant? Um, to my knowledge, I could be wrong. I think it started months ago. Just certain
Yeah.
things didn't add up when she was saying she would say her due date and then say she was supposed to be induced on this date. So it just didn't add up. And then the way she would jump up or would sit on a live for hours without ever saying, turning off their camera, excuse me, let me go use the restroom. And that's another thing. And I was like, maybe I just dismissed it. I know when I was pregnant, I had to use the bathroom every 10 minutes. And these were all sensible questions people were asking, guys. They were. And I'm sorry to everybody that asked these sensible questions. And I was just like, okay, but why are we even asking? That's what I get. Why are we even asking? La 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 la. Don't ask. And again, me being naive and just feeling like some things should be off limits to ask and question. And I have to learn that's the thing. I have to find the balance between the way I was raised and the way things are now. Things have changed, right? People are not who they pretend to be. People, you can't take everything at face value. And people have the right to question things. I think we just have to remember how we question things. The presentation of said questions is important, and it just messed
Oh,
up my whole way of thinking. What, JJ? What?
see, like Teresa said, Skippy, because it's true, she didn't like that little girl, always treated her
Don't say
differently than
that.
the other two.
Don't say
Trust
that.
me, we saw how she treated her, and he is not lying about that. See, and he said that. He said that his daughter, his little 4-year-old, was treated less than. And that's fucking awful. I have a stepdad, and to me, that's my dad, and I'm his daughter. I can call him for anything, and he could call me for anything. My husband now is a stepdad to my 2 kids. He doesn't have any of his own, and he adores my kids. I can't fucking imagine some bitch treating a little baby like that any different than other 2 children. Like, that is, oh my God, it's so upsetting and infuriating. It could make me cry and want to punch a bitch at the same time.
So
Don't call me
Nikki,
violent.
Nikki
I'm
said
not
that
really gonna punch someone.
no, she's not. Nikki. So Nikki said that she knows this. She's the little girl was treated different because Skippy does
Yeah,
raise a
that's what
good
Nikki
point.
said.
She says we don't know she took the Easter basket, just like we don't know what Roadhog knew. Come on, and I get that, right? We
Yeah.
don't know if she took the Easter basket, but he I don't, guys, this is the thing, right? Oh my God. I don't
Right.
know
She
anymore,
hasn't
guys.
spoke out, so we don't know. But I just know that if my husband was in on some big lie and was telling the world that, I mean, she came in the middle of the night like a freaking robber with the cop and stole computers and stuff. So, and didn't take even medicine or her son's clothing. So why, she's got computers, she has electronics, why wouldn't she, if she's hearing these kind of things be said to her, to the, and obviously it bothers her, okay, right? Like the online life and YouTube and all that bullshit bothers both of them. That seemed to be an issue, but he said that their marriage was falling apart far before the YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
But still, wouldn't she get on like a Twitter, to get on, do her own little voiceover or something, saying, nah, the dude, he knew all along, he was in on it, blah 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 blah.
I would
No,
blow
she
his
just,
ass out of the water. I'd be like,
right,
you ain't gonna throw me under the bus,
right,
run me over, and then throw me. No, you knew the whole time. I would blow his ass, especially if I'm sitting at a computer while you're live, exposing my ass, saying that I lied to you. Oh no, motherfucker. I'm gonna get on a live. We're gonna play this game. You wanna record me? I'm gonna record you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
Yeah, and
And
he
he
knew.
was recording
Yeah, I would be like, oh no,
recording
he's
her.
lying. He knew since November that I was lying, yada, yada,
Yes,
yada. Like, nah, bro.
right,
But then again, I'm not a
right.
liar, guys. So I wouldn't do that shit.
Exactly, right?
I
Like,
wouldn't.
oh my God. And especially something when it comes to do with a child. But wouldn't you be like, instead of trying to cancel someone's live and shit, wouldn't you be like, no, bro, you knew all along, homeboy. Like, you knew. I didn't hear her say that. He kept asking her, where's the baby, Michelle? Where's the baby? Like, why would you ask someone that knowing that she could just out you right then and there?
Right.
But she didn't. Not that I know of or saw. I
Yeah.
could be wrong. That's just a
Bye,
feeling that I
Wildflower.
have.
Love you. Yeah.
It's by Wildflower. Hope you enjoy your evening.
Yeah. Listen, my sons are grown. And like I've said before, Easter was a big holiday for me and my sister. My sister, may she rest in peace, was my best friend. And Easter was our holiday. We celebrated it together every year. She made baskets for my sons every year, and she made the most elaborate baskets. They were the most, I could never even imagine the baskets she made for my sons, each one individual to my sons, stacked to the bottom. You know how they have that hay and it would be empty underneath? No, my sister, the baskets were like redonkulous. And we would go to Central Park. Every year we did a different event. And I haven't celebrated Easter since my sister passed away. And this year, my sons are grown, but I have my 17-year-old and I felt bad. I wanted to get him a chocolate bunny just because I heard that story about that kid, and it just, and it's ridiculous. My son is 17. I'm like, wow, what the hell? Bite the head off and shit. But kids are my weak spot, guys. Kids are a weakness for me. Poof, they'll always be a weakness for me. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I love children. I cherish children. I cherish their innocence, and I think that children should remain innocent for as long as possible. They should not be
Yeah.
subjected to grown people's issues. They should not be in
Right.
earshot, in eyesight of their parents fighting and bickering and saying the most horrendous things to each other. I said this in my pre-recorded video earlier. My first memory was when I was 3 years old. It wasn't a traumatic memory, but it was an important memory. I remember my first memory is me banging on the bedroom door of my parents' room, and they had the door locked. They never had their door locked. Now I know what my parents were doing, but back then I didn't know. And I kept banging on the door, and they wouldn't answer. And my uncle lived with us, and he kept coming, picking me up, putting me back in my bed. And I did this so many times I can't even remember, keep count. And I don't know for how long I knocked on the door. It seemed like an eternity. Finally, my parents opened the door. I remember my mom had a robe on. I'm not sure if my dad on a boxers or a robe, but I remember the silly look on their faces, and I was pissed off. I remember I was 3 years old, and I remember them taking me to the bed, and I remember looking at my mom and my dad and saying, "What were you doing? Why you didn't open the door for me?" And my mother and father just started laughing and laughing and laughing. And that was my first memory. So his daughter is 4 years old. We don't know what her first memory will be, if she's already had her first memory. And I would shudder to think that one of her first memories would be of hearing what's been going on in the house. And that is what worries
It's
me and
awful.
upsets me and hurts my heart. That
Right. And it,
even if they don't remember, like even the 2-year-old JJ, right? If she doesn't have memories, she's going to remember a certain inflection of a voice, a certain tone of voice, and it may
yes.
register something in her, a subconscious memory of, oh shit,
And I find it hard to believe that she won't remember or be asking for her sister that is only a year older than her.
Right.
It seemed like they were close. So that really, really is heartbreaking. It really is. And Pat, you've been, oh my goodness, you've been such a good friend to both of them. And you've stayed a mod, and I'm sure, took a
Yeah,
lot of crap for
yeah,
it. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I just know that a lot of mods did. But I know you've seen a lot behind the scenes, but I couldn't help but notice that you were defending him. So maybe you know things that we don't know. And I'm
yeah.
sure you do. You saw everything behind the scenes, and you seem like you're close. And it seems like of anybody that he would hurt, it would not want to be you. So, and I hope you're taking care of your health too. I know you've been sick, and I wish you well. God bless. I
Yes,
hope
I
you
wish you
are,
well too.
taking care of your health.
I'm sorry, Chicago. I love you, Chicago. And that's the thing with it. And I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know that we're not going to all agree on certain things, right? Skippy is one of my
No.
peoples.
Yeah.
Skippy's one of my peoples,
Right.
and I respect Skippy's point of view as well. We're all entitled to our point
Right.
of view.
Right. She's
We're
not
all
wrong.
entitled.
Skippy's not
Right,
wrong. She's entitled to feel how she feels. And
right.
I understand. And we knew that doing this live and coming from a place, or trying to come from a place of compassion, and not being able to help the way that we feel towards certain things that we
Yeah.
voice, wouldn't be the most popular, because on
We
Twitter
knew that.
everybody is
Right.
just, we knew
We
that.
knew that. Yeah.
And we can respect everybody else too. Just
Yeah,
for me,
definitely.
I'm not that
Definitely.
person. I'm not that person. I just can't do it until I know all the facts. I just can't do
Yeah.
it, and I have to believe that, I don't know what to believe, because the man generally looks like he's asking, what the fuck happened to my baby? Like, it generally seems that way. So, you know, I Look, I don't got no money wrapped up into it. I don't even really have time. I listen to this stuff when I'm, doing my makeup, sometimes working when I'm doing mindless things that are just repetitive, or cleaning my house, little things like that. So it isn't like I have this huge time wrapped up into the whole Roadhog saga. I
Yeah,
don't.
I haven't,
But I
guys,
can't,
either. Right.
yeah, I can't help but feel a little bit of compassion. That's all.
Exactly. No matter what, we know that things have been said that are untrue for months. We know this. We know that he's very polarizing. I trust me. I don't support him. I haven't for months, guys. For months, since months. You know what I mean?
A
But I'm
long
still
time.
human. I'm still human. And regardless of what, it's a hurtful situation. Going through a divorce, going through it the way that they're going through it is a hurtful situation. Regardless of this, I'm telling you, my mother, people wanted me to write my mother off for the mistakes my mother has made. My mother has done some really horrendous things to us when we were kids. Some things that I'll never share because it will change people's perception of my mother forever. There's certain things that I haven't shared and I never will because of that. But I still loved my mother no matter
Of
what.
course.
And she deserved compassion from people no matter what mistakes she made, guys. I'm not here defending anyone in that situation. I'm simply giving my opinion. And again, my focus is those kids, regardless of who's manipulating. I'm not being manipulated by anyone. I'm still worried about the kids, regardless if, okay, let's say she didn't take the basket. That is the least consequential thing of this whole equation. That little girl is still losing out on somebody she considers her mother,
Well, and
regardless.
something that spoke volumes to me, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, that maybe I didn't hear it right, but from what I heard, he said, God, it feels so weird. It's almost like we're talking about a soap opera or something, right? But no,
Yeah,
we saw this shit go down. But the little girl, his little girl, the 4-year-old, he he had a conversation with her without, that her mama won't be there anymore, and she said, I just want to stay with you.
yeah,
That's odd to me. Having two kids, my two kids' dad is excellent. I can't ask for a better ex-husband when it comes, or a baby daddy, when it comes to my kids. But I can tell you, they want their mama all the time, even older. So the little girl, not knowing any other mother but wanting her daddy and wanting to stay with her daddy, just like threw up alarm bells to me. Like, what the, like, that's rare.
yeah.
I mean, am I wrong in that? Like, it just seems like a lot of, unless she wasn't, as like he said, as nice to his daughter. And if that's the
Right.
case, it makes a lot of sense why she just wants to be with her dad.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know,
It's
guys. I don't
heartbreaking.
know.
It is.
Right? I would speak up if I'm innocent. That's just me. Me too. Fuck that. I'm not gonna let you drag
Hell
me
yeah.
and say that you
Right.
didn't know that I lied by myself. No. And Jenny Lee says that she brought cops from a different county. That's weird.
Really?
That's weird.
Wow.
Yeah. That she brought a cop from a different county that had no clue and let her take shit she shouldn't have. That's sus in
Yes.
itself, bro. That's sus in
Yes.
itself.
While he was sleeping, he went into the house with the cop and took all kinds of things, including his bank card, and then left. But didn't take her medication that she needs, like thyroid medication, I think he said, but I could be wrong again. Like, I didn't write this stuff down, it's not like I studied it. But that's what I heard, and like, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Like, what are you doing? When I was divorcing my ex-husband, I'm the one who wanted the divorce, and
Uh-huh.
I was good to him. Like, I mean, we had two houses at the time. I'm like, no, you know, you're staying in that house. I want my babies to have a backyard when they go stay with you. We have 50-50 custody, all of that. Like, it just boggles my mind, you know, that this woman is wanting to cause any kind of hurt on a 4-year-old. Like, what could
Yeah,
she possibly have done to not get a basket, to be treated differently, to just kind of be left behind? Yet it did, guys. I'm sorry, but this is the way I saw it. It
yeah,
did seem like he was broken up over not being the 2 or 3-year old's daddy anymore. It just seemed like that to me, and the
yeah,
son.
right. Yeah.
But you know, maybe I'm stupid and I'm just being hoodwinked. I don't know.
Me too. You know, me too. But, and Pat said, people don't realize I made a promise to both of them before all this bullshit. But to have a few people question what we know and we can't speak, I know that must be so hard. You know, I know that must be so hard to not
Yes.
speak. Hey, sassy nerd girl, and hey, Meemaw Dragon, how are you? You know, I get it. I get it, guys. And again, we didn't mean to
Hmm.
upset anybody. And Pat, please take it easy. Skippy, I hope that you're
Yes.
not upset at me. I get it. We get that this is
Right.
gonna be hard. You know, we get that. We
Hmm.
knew that going into it, and that's why I made a pre-recorded video, because I was in a bad state. I was in a bad state this morning, and if I came out right now being hostile, you don't want to know how I was this morning. It was ugly, and that's not
Yeah.
usually me, but it was ugly.
Yeah. Cindy was livid. I saw
Yeah,
the Cindy that a lot of you don't see. She was pissed. She was
yeah, I was
pissed
mad.
because,
I was mad.
you know, she has 5 sons. I have a son. And it is scary to think that some woman, just because she's not getting what she wants or knows that the man is leaving, she goes to the hospital, she goes to all these lengths to try to get him arrested. When we saw what happened, like, he just kept asking her, where's the baby, Michelle, where's the baby, leave my
Yeah,
shit alone, like his live and stuff. So it just seemed like she was going to any lengths, any petty lengths. And you know, I Mrs. Roadhog was still following me on Twitter. And I had heard people say that, oh, if she's following you or you're following her, you know, don't, you guys all need to not follow this person. And she asked me some questions about gardening, you know, and I answered her. She asked me if I think her daughters would like a raised garden type thing. And I said, absolutely. You know, it's fun. It's something that you guys
yeah,
can do together. And
yeah.
now I feel like this fucking bitch. Like, what do you mean, girls? You meant your daughter, not this 4-year-old. And that's all I can.
Right,
If it's true, she took the Easter basket. Again, like I said, we don't know the whole truth. We don't, because Roadhog himself, Boss Hog himself, has lied about things. So it's hard to know what to believe.
right. But again, it's the kids that, regardless if we dismiss the Easter basket situation, right? Because I know that that sounds
Hmm.
so petty. Some people are gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh my God, Sophie and JJ made a whole live about a Easter basket."
Yeah,
No,
because we give a
uh,
shit about a little
right,
girl. Like, kiss
right,
my ass. If you
right.
got a problem with me saying that, I don't care.
But again, they'll have missed the whole point. That
Right.
just shows, and again, we don't know if it's true or not, right? But my whole point is that this little girl, these children, are gonna suffer a loss, a broken family. It's not only the parents who have to deal with the divorce, the children deal with it in such a bad way. They lose a parent, they lose siblings, they lose the stability of their home, everything they've known for however long they've been together. That is all disrupted right now. Her children are in somewhere else, wherever they're staying. His daughter's by herself. You know, that's what I'm focusing on. And regardless of who the parents are, if they're shitty people, there are children in this situation. Damn it. That is the fucking point. Please don't misunderstand. fuck a chocolate bunny. That is, I'm
Right.
trying to get the point across that this is so fucking minor of what she's lost in comparison to that. She's losing a parent, she's losing a family, she's losing her home, all of these things. So please do not misunderstand what we're saying. We're not here to fucking uh this, like I said before, this is not a redemption arc for Boss Hog, man. Think about the damn kids, please.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Babies, the babies
Exactly,
don't
J
deserve
Fid.
any of this.
Exactly. It's not the basket, it's the point
Yes.
of the baby. Thank you.
Right. And what she believes and what, the whole excitement and innocence of being a child. It breaks my heart for her. It breaks my heart for the other two because they probably
Yes.
thought they'd be spending an Easter with their dad as well because they know him as
Yes.
dad. So those other two are not any different than his, other than that he says his was treated differently. And again, it's hard to know what to believe,
It's
but
hearsay,
other
right?
people, right, it's hearsay, but other people have
Corroborated
corroborated
it. Yes.
what he said. So,
Yes.
what the fuck, girl?
And
What are
it's
you
not
doing? Like,
far-fetched to think, because I've had step parents that mistreated me, and I always knew that I was different. I was treated different than the other kids. I was, and not saying that it was done purposely, it just happened. So I know from personal experience how that shapes you, the little subtle differences that you feel when they come home with something for your siblings and nothing for you, or when your siblings gets a cuddle with their parent and you don't because you're not their kid. Like, these are
well,
things that happen, guys. We can't act like it doesn't happen. It happens. And that's what I'm thinking
wait,
about, and that's what's hurting me. And Lady
wait, I don't
Godiva,
know
that's a
what's
good
going
idea.
on.
What happened?
I don't know what's going on. J Fizz says I can't listen anymore. Between that stupid MRH bitch, okay, so Mrs. Roadhog bitch, and her manipulation, and that angel person, out. Okay, J Fizz, that's
We
not
love
cool
you.
because you are one of our people.
Yes,
And if
yes,
somebody is making you feel uncomfortable, there's a problem because you've
yeah,
never said that before.
yes, yeah. Because you're
So,
here, and you know what? We're gonna drop it because it's been an emotional night, and we never want you to leave,
yeah.
J Fid. You are one of us. You are one of
Mm-hmm.
us. Okay? And everybody here, we don't want anyone to feel ostracized or pushed out, or
Angel eyes.
what
Honest
did
to
she
fucking
ask? I'm
God.
sorry.
Why are you
And
trying to
say those
start
kids will
problems?
wait.
Honestly.
Can we
I'm
be
about to
honest
call
and
you out by
say
your
those
real
kids will be
name.
okay? They've been fine all this time, and they most likely seen way worse things.
No,
I
no,
understand what you're
no,
saying. I understand what you're
no,
saying.
I
Can
don't.
Let me try to read it. Can we be honest, JJ and Cindy, and say those kids will be okay? They have they've been fine all this time, and they most likely. I get what you're saying, and sometimes, and I said this earlier, sometimes the best thing to do in a relationship that's toxic is to dissolve that relationship. I get that. In the long run, it'll be the best things for the kids. But for right now, the kids are going to suffer regardless. They
They're
know
gonna
no
go through it.
different. They know no
Right.
different. So that's what I'm trying to say. Of course, if people are toxic to one another, of course it'll be in the best interest in the long run for the children not to be subjected to all that fighting, to all that toxicity. But for right
Right.
now,
And
for today, the kids are gonna feel it regardless if it's the
to
right thing to do.
say
They're
that
gonna
they
suffer. That's my point.
to say that they won't be affected is just bullshit. They're going to be affected. Sorry, they are. She's 4 years old.
Exactly.
She's going to remember. And will they be
Exactly.
fine? Sure. They're going to have, meals in their stomach and they're going to have a roof over their head. But that doesn't mean that internally and emotionally they won't suffer. Sorry, but girl, you've
And
been
they
coming
have.
at me all
And they
night. What's
have.
your fucking issue? That I
And
called
they
you out for being a sock? I mean, I'm ready to call you by your real name, but then it would be a problem, right?
Yeah, don't do that, JJ. Don't do that. But
I
I
won't.
get
I
it. I
won't.
get
I
it.
won't.
I get it. I get everybody's like, we're gonna end this because feelings are volatile. But Kimberly Body Mom says no kids should have to see any of it. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just
No,
laughing because it's a nervous laughter. No kids should have
I
to
know.
see any of it, and you don't know the trauma that can hit later in life because of the fighting. I agree. That's why I said it's the best thing in some instances, you know? I wish people would stop trying to stir up arguments and draw people out who wouldn't normally speak up.
Yes,
I agree. Uh,
yes,
I am
yes. Nobody
hi,
wants to
happy
fight.
being me.
Nobody.
I'm just
Nobody
been
wants to
listening because I
fight.
did not watch them, but my heart hurts for the children. Exactly, happy
Yes,
being me.
that's our
My heart
point.
hurts for the
That's our point.
children. That was my
Right.
major motivation for doing this live, guys. Not to come here
Mm-hmm.
and try to defend any of the adults because the adults made the decision to lie, to conceal, to whatever. The kids had no choice. The kids had no choice. And that's what hurt my
Yeah.
heart. That's what angered me. We have to think of the kids first, guys. And that was, like I said, I'm not fucking a moral authority. Guys, I was in active addiction. I have put my children through things that I wish I could reverse every single day. But I changed who I was and I did better. And I showed my children that they are the most important people in my life. And that is all I can
Yeah.
try to get through to other people. As long as we're alive and we're breathing, you always have a chance to do better, be better, and think about the people in your lives that matter, our
Mm,
children.
mm, mm. Okay. Angel Eyes says maybe I'm too honest, but there have been kids that have dealt with way worse. All those kids have to deal with is a family breakup. How many people in this chat have dealt with that? Yes, ma'am, I have. But guess what? I'm in counseling
Right,
still to this day, and I'm going to be 43 years old next month.
right,
So it doesn't mean it doesn't affect you. It doesn't
right.
mean that. Just
Yeah,
because it happens often doesn't mean that there aren't issues with that, because there
yeah.
are. There
And just
are.
because some of
It's
us have
just a
suffered
fact.
really bad trauma, like my trauma, I wouldn't wish on
Right.
anyone. You know what I mean? And there are some of us that have dealt with extreme trauma. Like I have dealt with extreme trauma, but I would never minimize someone else's trauma because it hasn't been to the scale of mine because that's unfair. You know, their children and the fighting and the screaming and the yelling, it will affect them in some capacity, even if they are unaware of it. Maybe late years later down the line, it may manifest itself. They may hear somebody yelling, or they may get into a relationship and their significant other may yell or say something that triggers a memory that they had long suppressed. We don't know the long-term effects. We do know that it does have long-lasting effects. So I would never come
It
here and
does.
minimize anybody else's trauma ever, ever,
Right.
never.
No, because just because somebody had something horrific happen doesn't mean that someone that had something hard happen, it doesn't mean they don't, like, they're not hurt more than another person.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
yeah, there's a lot of shit that happens to varying degrees, but it doesn't mean those people aren't affected just the same. It could be affected. I mean,
right,
damn, like,
yeah.
it
And Joe being
happens, you
Joe
know?
says, I have a problem with anyone who doesn't have empathy for children. What the hell? These
Yes,
children are
ma'am.
being hurt, and just because it happens to a lot of kids doesn't make it better, right? Like, you know, just
Yep.
because it happens, it's too normalized. Kids being hurt is too normalized, and we should try to stop it at every turn. No kid should ever deal with trauma. That's unrealistic to say that, right?
Angel Eyes, JJ, can you honestly sit here and say that your upbringing isn't what made you who you are today, both good and bad? Absolutely. However, I am not the
Absolutely.
norm. I
Absolutely.
realize that I am outside of that norm. You don't know my whole story. And if you did, you might be shocked to know how I am and where I am today. You don't know my whole story. You don't, because I've never
Right.
told the entire story.
Yeah.
So, me doing as good as I am today is because I believed in therapy. I knew that I needed the help very young,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I dealt with that. I also knew that I didn't want my kids to be raised how I was, so I changed that. You can say both good and bad. but there are a lot of people, and I don't look down upon them, that have been treated just as bad or worse than me, or
Yes,
maybe even a little better, and haven't made it to where I am. So I
true.
don't judge. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. And these are great questions, Angel Eyes. Great questions. I know some people are a little annoyed at you, but everybody has the right to their questions and their opinions. Sarah Fike says, Angel Eyes, and everyone deals with, I'm sorry, I'm all in your face. You guys know I'm blind as hell. And everyone deals with it differently. And why is it such a problem that the majority of the people in here have a heart and care about those and all children? And I do, guys.
Yeah.
I care about kids like
Yes, Joe.
so much. I love kids. I do. I'm not a
And
grandmom yet.
Sarah.
When I become a grandmom, it's a wrap for everyone in this world because you're gonna hear about my grandkids. Probably every live, I will turn into
Right.
a knitting grandma. Probably. Listen, all this eyeshadow will end and I'll start knitting and shit. I don't fucking know. But I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? And I do. I
Angel
do. And
Eyes,
that's why I get
please.
taken as a sucker.
No,
No,
girl. We
no,
don't talk.
no,
No, we're not going to talk about anybody who
no.
used to be an ex.
No
Um,
issue. No
it's
issue with you because of who you support, sweetie, at all.
no,
At all.
no.
At all.
Nothing to do with it
Honestly. Nobody's
whatsoever.
mentioned him actually. So
And a lot of people don't
trust me.
even know. So why would they be mad at you for that? I mean, we just don't want to talk about any other creators than who the topic is about, and
Yeah. Because we don't want to start any
creators
drama
or
with that
former.
person.
Right.
We don't.
Right.
We've moved on from that. I don't hate anybody. I just don't want to start any trouble. I don't hate
Right.
anybody. I don't dislike you because I don't. You're here, you're a supporter. That's fine. I promise. Support
The
whomever
chat
you
is
like.
not, they're not being mean to you. They just may not agree with you, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
They don't have to, and you don't have to agree with them. That's fine.
Everybody's
It's
entitled to their opinion, guys.
right. That's called being an adult. We
Sorry,
can
excuse me.
adult in here. We can adult and care for kids, and because we don't know the situation. But even
Yeah,
if we did know all of the facts, I would still feel bad for the kids. I'm
I
sorry.
would
They were
too.
told that they
I
were
would
going to have
too.
a little sister, and
Yeah,
now
I
they're
would
not
too.
having a little sister.
And not only
I'm
that, just the whole situation, the yelling, the screaming, everything that happened before, it still makes me sad for them. Happy Being Me says, I've never been a mother. I'm very drawn to children as they are to me. They are such precious souls to be cherished. I agree. And you don't have to be a mother to be drawn to kids, to love kids. You don't have to be a mom to do that. You know what I mean? And I agree. I think that it's funny because babies are the most selfish creatures you'll ever meet, but they aren't selfish because they choose to be. They're selfish because either they're selfish or they're gonna die, right? When they're hungry, they have to cry. When they're wet, they have to cry. So they're not selfish by choice. They're selfish by design. Hello, it's a matter of life and death. They don't know any different. It's not that they know, oh God, I shouldn't cry because my mom is tired. I'm gonna cry anyway. They're like, no, I'm hungry. Wah, wah, wah. I'm wet. Wah, wah, wah. So they are the most pure. Children are so honest until children are taught to lie. Children will always tell you the truth. Ew, your breath stinks. Ew. They'll tell you the truth, hurt your damn feelings until children are taught. Lies and all of that are taught behaviors. Children are so honest. Pure, pure. Damn, my husband
yeah,
smokes too much. Sorry, guys.
yeah.
All we are doing is
It's tough.
discussing compassion for children. We are adulting up in here. I
Yeah,
agree.
that's
I
all.
agree.
That's all. We just, we all want to just mention that there are kids involved. There are three,
Kimberly, I
and
can't with you. J- JJ?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. Is that Kimberly? She made me
Angel Eyes,
laugh.
I have no idea how much was made off of hardworking people, but I do know that Roadhog said he wants to make it
Damn.
right. Anybody that donated to
Yeah,
them,
I didn't know that. I swear to God, I didn't know that.
they probably
I
made
don't count people's
5,000.
pockets. I don't count people's
Right.
pockets. I
I
swear to
didn't
God, I
count,
don't.
and that, and like, um how much of it was just giving super chats, or how much? Because I know when I asked if they would like a gift sent for their baby, I didn't send money, and I didn't send a gift, because when I asked what they would like for me to send, like Amazon or something like that for their
Yeah,
baby, they said they
yeah.
didn't want anything.
Hmm.
So and they didn't
Now
make a
we know why,
registry.
but shit, god damn it.
Right,
But
exactly.
I
But
swear, I don't count people's pockets. I've always said that. My parents, my grandmother taught me you don't count money in anybody else's pockets. So I never do that. I never go and count people's super chats. I don't keep track of that. I swear to God. And I never went, oh, they're live. Let me go. I've never done that. So I can't speak on things I'm not aware of. You know what I mean? Sometimes people think that we're aware of everything, maybe as being on YouTube making content, but
$1,000,
that's not the
damn.
truth. That's not the truth. I
Right.
swear. I've never sat up
Know
here and
that.
fixed my mouth to lie because the
So
internet is
weird.
forever. I just didn't know
That's like
about that.
when that's like when people were like counting Charlotte's super chats. How fucking weird. Like that's
Yeah.
weird. How do we know if it wasn't they were sending a super chat for being entertained the way creators send, like people subs send super chats for creators for just entertaining them,
Yeah.
or was it
Yeah.
specifically for a baby? Like I don't know, but what he did say is that if people sent money in, that he wants to take
He's
responsibility
going to
and pay all
reimburse
those
it.
people
I don't know
back.
how true that
Yes.
is. Yes. But he said
I
he
don't
will
know
be
either.
paying it back. He said he would be paying it back. All we can do is just wait and see. I won't wait and see because that's not my business. I never donated, so I don't have to. But damn it, guys, now I want
Me
some
neither.
cookies. Who's going to donate to me for some cookies? I'm kidding. I'm fucking
Right.
kidding. I'm fucking
Where's my
kidding, guys.
cookies? Where's my
I would say
cookies?
that. I'm kidding. They'll be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Take
she
them.
grifted.
Right. If you're
Everybody,
like a
right? That's the
creator.
thing that, sorry, people who are monetized and enable their super chats are able to get super chats. And people that aren't have other ways they get donations. That is a part of YouTube. That's a part of this.
Right.
And
Everybody
people that
does.
choose to do it, they're adults. And unless it's done under false pretenses, that's something else, right? If I come here and I tell you, guys, I need to put a screw in my knee and I can't afford it, I don't have insurance, and you give me money for knee surgery, and then I go and I buy me some makeup, that's fraudulent as fuck. You know what I mean? But
Right.
so I don't know. I don't know about any of that, honestly, seriously. But I think adults give of themselves when they want to. I've never seen anybody forced
No.
to donate.
No,
You know what I
ma'am.
mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, Miss Angel Eyes. She's Sarah
Hey,
Pike. I'm not
Danielle.
giving none of these creators my money. They will not get a house off of me, that's for sure. They lie for super chats and donations. Is this true, JJ? I don't know if that's true. I have no idea, but any money that I ever gave, I don't regret, because
Right,
that's the way I felt at that time. And I'm a very giving person. And I don't give a fuck who likes that or doesn't like it.
right.
Hey, Danny, how are you, honey? I was in
How
there
are you,
earlier.
sis? How are you, sweetie
Yes.
boy? Oh, you were in her
She's
chat. I missed it
so.
earlier. I was so
I
pissed
know.
off.
I was in. I came. I'm like finally alive. I see Danny in, and I came in there and said, "Hey," because she's the
Yeah,
awesome Danielle.
I love her. That's my sis right there. I love
I
her. We
know.
were saying the
I
other
know. I
day,
love
Danny, we,
listening to
we
her
love you.
stuff.
You a straight arrow. They better leave my Danny alone. Anyway, Kimberly,
Right?
I love the chewy cookies. You know which ones I love? She got me on cookies now. The Chips Ahoy, the chewy peanut butter one, the Reese's. Girl, I can eat a whole pack of them joints and not share and hide them like a little rat, eating them like not letting nobody see. My son comes in the room, I'm like hiding. I love them joints. Those and sour straws. That is the sour apple sour straws. That is my addiction. I have an issue. I need help. Send help. Send help because I love them shits. Anyone who donated can contact their method of donation and get their money back. It takes a minute, but it's a real thing. Some of us learned the hard way. Wow, Lady Godiva, damn, thank you. See? So anybody who
Yeah.
donated and feels that it was fraudulent, get your money back, girl. JD,
Right.
can you donate to my going to South Beach fund so I can go
No.
get a tan with the stars on your time?
No.
Listen,
No, no,
stop
no,
trying to
no,
steal my
no.
sugar mama. I already told your ass
No,
that. Don't make
sorry.
me fight you. That's my sugar mama, right? What the hell?
My YouTube money lately has been allocated to Cindy's channel, so therefore I cannot send to anyone else, and I
Exactly.
cannot do your South Beach fund. And I have a couple of vacations coming up that I would like to pay for with my own funds. So no, the answer
Ah,
is no.
oh my God.
Eh,
Ooh, Girl Scout cookies. Damn it, Vera. I want some damn cookies. I get some double stuff. Ooh, oh girl. You ever tried Happy Bean? You ever tried some coffee? Ooh, girl, listen. You know what I found the other day? We just turned into food. I'm hungry. Listen, I found Dunkin'
right?
Donuts box of cereal. I didn't even know that existed. Dunkin' Donuts cereal, the caramel macchiato. So people don't know caramel. Okay, you may not know. Caramel is my joint. Caramel everything. Caramel macchiato creamer is my all-time favorite. For my birthday, I had Hennessy with caramel macchiato creamer in it. Love it. Love it. So
Ooh,
I bought
is
the
that what you
cereal
were
with Dunkin'.
having?
Yes, that's what I was having. And it was banging. And it tasted like my own spin on a coquito. It was banging. But so I
Coquito.
tried it, the
There's
Dunkin'
nothing like
Donuts
that.
cereal, the caramel macchiato. It had coffee. You know how the Reese's cereal is circular balls of chocolate? Well, it was circular
Hmm.
balls of coffee and then caramel marshmallows. Girl, I was in heaven. I love coffee. If you don't like coffee, don't try that. But I loved it, girl. So with coffee, with some cookies in my coffee, I'm good to go. Love it.
Danielle Robinson says Girl Scout cookies don't taste as good as they used to, or is it just me? Danielle, let me tell you what, girl. If you got an LDI next to you, holy shit. Their cookies taste just like the old fashioned
I'm
Girl
gonna have to
Scout
go to
cookies. Like
Aldi's then. There's a Aldi's over
the
here in the
thin
Bronx.
mints, the mimosas, is that
Ooh,
what they're
those
called?
sound
Or
good.
or something,
Those,
moas,
ooh.
something like that. Oh my god, so good. I love all
Damn, those
these.
sound
I
good
really
as
do.
hell. Those sound good as
They
hell.
are they are dupes for the Girl Scout cookies, but they're better than the Girl Scout cookies. Yes, those Girl Scout caramel coconut. Exactly. Exactly. What are they called? Mimosas or mimoas or something like that.
Yes.
Mimosas. That's a
JJ,
drink.
have
Of
you
course, my
seen
one.
the coffee flavored soda? Coca-Cola. Yes, Maddie
No.
Carroll. Girl, Coca-Cola has coffee
Samoas.
flavored coffee.
That's
What are they
it.
called? Samoas? Samoas, maybe. I thought Samoas was a race. Samoans. Oh, Samoans, sorry.
Angel eyes, you're killing me.
Oh my God. Oatmeal
Girl,
with frosting.
don't
Oh, I
you
like those
know
too. Ooh, those are good.
I'm
Ooh,
hella rich, girl? Don't you know my last name's Rockefeller?
for real. For real. Girls, ain't no Girl Scouts in New York. They will get robbed. They know better than to come to New York. I could catch one maybe in Jersey. I ain't catching no Girl Scout over here in New York. I don't even
Yes,
think those shits exist
Danielle.
over here.
Oatmeal with the frosting, girl. Oh my god, now I'm gonna crave that with some milk,
What?
Dunkin'. Ooh,
Yes,
ooh.
or some coffee chip ice cream. Damn, y'all just fucked the sister up, man. I want some coffee chip ice cream now. Damn it. Damn it.
Cindy and that freaking coffee chip ice cream. I swear, I was on voice chat with her one day, and she must have went to like 5 stores, peeked
I
her head
did.
in, and
I
asked for the
did.
coffee chip ice cream. They didn't have it. On to the next one.
Yep. I
It
went to
was
like
so
5 supermarkets while I was on voice chat. Like, damn it, I'm going to another one. Damn, they didn't have it here. Is that they sell out so quick. The Haagen-Dazs coffee chip. Girl, oh my God, I love it. Now I want some. I want some. Hey Adele, my sweetie pie, how are you? Right? Oh my
funny.
God, that would be good.
Hey,
Kimberly
Adele.
says Girl Scouts need to set up tables outside the weed shops out here. Word, they'd make a killing. They'd make a killing. They will
It's
make
a
a
damn good
killing.
idea.
What? You have
It's
the
a great
munchies?
idea.
Ooh, that would be a wrap. You guys are hilarious. The almond flavored windmill shaped
I
cookie.
remember
Girl,
that.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
I remember
Those were
those. Hell
good.
yeah. Oh, those were good, man. Damn it,
These
guys.
cookies,
Damn
yum.
it. I want some cookies. Girl Scouts. Any Girl Scouts out here? Come. They like, yeah, right, bitch. I ain't coming to Brooklyn. Get robbed. They'll leave with no cookies.
Or my husband comes home with at like every so often this like case of like 50 chocolate bars called American Finest or America's
Oh,
Finest.
yes. Yeah, that they have the
Holy cow.
caramel. They have all the different
Yes.
kinds. Yes. He buys the
And
whole
I
box.
guess he buys the whole box because it's like for
Bro.
school fundraisers,
Yes.
and people come in our
They
office
sell
to
a
like,
box. He buys the whole shit
yes,
from a kid.
he buys the whole fucking
Damn.
box. He buys it. Yep,
Shit, I wish my
the whole
kids
box.
lived in Florida and would go to your house. You know how long it took me to sell a damn box? Shit, your husband buys the whole damn box. Damn it. Shit.
Angel eyes, why you going on and on about this stuff? Come on, girl.
What? I
Come
didn't
on.
see
You
it. I didn't see it.
do better. Do better in this chat.
What
Lady
Angel I
Godiva
said? I
will
can't even see
forgive
it.
you for your sins, but not black people's. LOL, LOL, LOL. Just joking.
I don't even see
Yeah,
the comment, so I don't
let's
see
not
it.
joke. Like we're all people, right? Like
Yeah, we're all
all of our
people. We're
sins,
all
especially
people.
on Easter. Come on now.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you guys. I'm gonna go find me some cookies or some coffee chip ice cream. For real. I'm gonna find me some.
Right?
I'm hungry. But
I have some cannolis, baby cannolis. Oh my God, they're so
oh, I
good.
love cannolis too. They're so good.
Bring them to my mother's,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, no, fuck no. I'm gonna get a cake from my mom's, and I got the little cannolis to keep at home, and they have like a Happy Easter like plastic thing across them, and it's
Oh,
this
that's so
platter
nice.
of little cannolis. I'm like,
Oh,
hell
I
yeah,
want some cannolis. They have cannoli ice cream.
right?
Good night, Jenny Lee. Yeah, Kimberly. Damn, she said I got some mini strawberry shortcakes from Costco. Man, I love Costco's.
Ooh,
Yes, I love those
ooh.
fundraiser candy bars. The caramel ones are my favorites. Ooh, God.
Yes, I like
I
the
love
almond.
cannolis too. I love cannolis. But guys, before we end, I just wanted to say thank you all for being here. Again, we meant no harm in this live. We meant no disrespect to
No,
anybody. Everybody's opinion is valid. Everybody's opinion is respected and understood. We understand that this is a very right? Fiery topic. We get that.
no,
We get
ma'am.
that.
No, ma'am. Angel eyes. No, nope, nope,
No,
nope.
we ain't doing that here. Okay.
Nah,
But
not here.
anyway, um, so we thank you all for being here tonight again. You know,
Oh,
was
wait,
it?
you got to tell everybody about
Oh, right.
we're going to be incorporating your content.
Yes. So, okay, Tuesday will be the makeup. Tuesday will always be our makeup night. Get
Yeah.
ready with me. We're gonna try different things. It'll always be makeup. This Tuesday it will be again my favorite products. I want JJ to show some new products she has. I'll be doing a full face of my favorite products of all times, like the staples in my collection. I do have staples in my collection. My favorite eyeshadow palette. Everything my favorite. We'll do that Tuesday. We will be doing we will be switching it up. I'm gonna make a new intro for me and JJ, our Thursday night lives. JJ's always on my channel, but we will be doing reactions to reactor videos from a whole other community. Maybe most of you guys have never even heard of it. We've been talking
Yep.
about it. That's the one where we talked about the woman that faked her pregnancy. We will be reacting to it. Some of these are teen mothers. We will not be mom shaming in any capacity, but we will react to some of these morning routines that she has and critiquing. Again, we will never mom shame any mom.
We're
But
not going to be cruel.
no, never, 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 never. And never tell a mom what they should be doing and stuff like that. But we will be reacting, and we hope that you guys will be here to react with us and give your input. So we're just trying to go into other communities because we're trying to branch out into different content. So and doing
Yeah,
different
and I
things.
think you guys are going to be shocked.
When you
Like,
see it, girl, when you
when
see
you
it,
see what we're going to be commentating on, you're going to be like, what the? Like, it's crazy. But
it is.
interesting, and we got to remember that these people put their lives out there on
Yes.
YouTube for all to see, and they're making a bag, and we're just going to be reacting to what they're doing. So
Yep.
that's all. That's all.
And we hope that you guys find it interesting. We will be also doing funny videos. I still have some funny videos that I would love us to react to, some really strange videos. There are some really creepy videos that I found that I want us to see and see if we think this is real, you know, just so we have a whole different ideas that we will be incorporating into the channel. And again, I thank you guys for always being here, for sticking it out with us and showing us support. It means a lot, honestly. I will never take any of you guys for granted, and I appreciate you all. It means so much.
Yeah,
you know,
you.
I know that we
Thank
may
you.
not always agree. We may not always have the same opinion, and that's fine. I never want everyone to come and agree with me. Please don't ever come and stuff flowers up my butt. I always say, I don't want no flowers up my butt. That's uncomfortable. I don't like it. I expect you guys to come and have your own opinions. As long as we respect each other and respect each other's opinions, I'm good with that. Again, I hope we didn't offend anyone. That wasn't our intention.
No,
but
absolutely not.
It was something that I felt needed to be said, and
Well,
it's
it
not
was
okay.
it was just opinions. I don't think like we should have offended anybody. Everybody's got the right to.
Sometimes people get offended no matter what. So seriously, especially it's Sophie and JJ. Oh, I'm offended off the rip. Like what the fuck?
Right, exactly.
Didn't even start talking yet.
I'm offended. That JJ girl, I'm offended. I'm offended by her name. Why she got 2 J's in her name? I swear.
Yeah, for real. What, she needs to double up everything? JJ always has to overdo it. She can't just be 1 J. She has to have 2 J's. Like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Chicago
be an
says,
overachiever, honey.
Yeah, over it to the max. Chicago says, since you're ending killing bitches with kindness since 2022, left mass.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't with you guys. Well, shit, I had a dozen. No, thank you, Lady Godiva. Listen, that's an exit, not an entry. So no, thank you.
And Danny, you got to tell us what you think when you rewind.
Yes, please so leave a comment. Just don't tell me go fuck myself. But no, I'm just kidding. You know? Yes, call me, Mama. Call me, Chicago. Okay. So I love you guys as always. Thank you, Manita. JJ, love you, girl. You are my rock, my everything.
Thank you for putting up with my mouth, not putting up with any bullshit.
You crazy? I love you. Listen, JJ's always going to be able to speak her mind here. I'm sorry if some people don't like that, but that is my sis. That's like my sister right there. So
you're my girl.
Ride till the wheels fall off. But te quiero, guys. Te adoro. Hasta luego. I was going to say hasta domingo, but it is domingo. Hasta el martes, Tuesday. We all learn in Spanish together, right, guys? Martes.
Yep.
Okay, Martes is Tuesday, so we learning together, okay? Love you guys.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys. Hasta luego. Te quiero mucho. Bye, guys. Bye. Love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, guys. Yes, hit that like button for me. Do all that YouTube stuff, okay? Love you guys.
Have a great
Happy Easter. Enjoy the rest of your Easter. Bye, guys. Bye. Love you.